Hello. Today we're continuing our look at how social media marketing can help your business. And in this podcast, we're going to be looking at Facebook groups. Well, I'm joined by Graham Magin, who's head of video marketing and content marketing at Kirsch Media and QuickVid. Graham, if a business wants to do some social media marketing, where should it start?
Well, Facebook is a great place to start because of the Facebook groups. Now there are, we're told, 45 million approximately different groups on Facebook. So, for example, if you sell camping equipment or if you own a campsite, you could search for groups on Facebook who are interested in camping. So as you can see here, there are more than 500 groups on Facebook for people who are interested in camping. Some of them have thousands of members, some of them have just a handful. I can actually see who's a member of these groups just by clicking here. And if I scroll down, I can see that quite a lot of members of this camping group are UK-based students. So if you want to tell this group about your products and services, you could join the group, and if we look here, surprise, surprise, we see a company which sells gas stoves for campers has already posted a message telling the campers about its eBay shop.
So is that a good example of what businesses should do? Join groups and send advertising messages to them?
Well, I think they got it nearly right or partly right, but I think you have to be very, very careful about the type of message that you send. In particular, I think a lot of traditional old-fashioned advertising messages do not translate very well into modern social media. You have to think of social networks rather like an enormous room full of thousands and thousands of people all having conversations about lots of different things. Now, if someone just barges into the room, sits down next to you and starts shouting, come and buy my double glazing and lots of old-fashioned advertising messages, you've got to think, well, how is that going to be received? And there's a real danger that people are just going to treat that as spam and blank you off. And those sorts of messages could even be counterproductive.
So what should businesses do? What sort of messages work best?
Well, I think if that eBay shop created some useful, entertaining or informative content, I think that would be the way forward. I think, for example, if they created some video clips called How to Choose a Camping Stove or How to Choose a Family Tent, something like that. Video works very, very well with social media marketing because you can actually see the products and services in a way which you simply can't with text. So let's have a look at over here, for example. So here you can see someone's posted a video to YouTube called How to Choose a Camping Stove.
Hello, we're talking here about a camping stove that will feed a family. Not one of
And here's another example. Someone's posted a video called How to Choose a Family Tent. And of course, it's all actually to promote a business.
All the tents we've seen today with Travel Dry Plus are very high tech. They're very good materials and they're very well designed. But the point is that once you've got some useful, engaging video content, then you can start contacting all these relevant Facebook groups and let people know about your video. And if you're telling campers and people who are into camping that there's this really useful guide to choosing a tent or choosing a stove or whatever it is, then you're already talking to people who are probably going to be interested, instead of just trying to shout an old-fashioned advertising message, which people, unfortunately, are becoming increasingly immune to. So I think it's important to understand that social media marketing and video marketing and content marketing, they're all closely related, and in fact they're arguably all pretty much the same thing.
But is there an obvious ROI or return on investment here? A lot of businesses would say we've got better things to do than write articles or make videos.
Yeah, I completely understand that, and the ROI issue is a very hot topic amongst social media marketeers. But I think what you have to understand is that social media marketing is all about drawing people into your sales funnel and letting them know that you exist so that when they're ready to buy, then they'll be aware that you exist. So, it's about entertaining or informing or educating people so that they'll trust you and that they'll feel they have a relationship with you. And of course, not everyone's going to be ready to buy from you today. They might just be at the research stage and want to check out the stuff that's on offer. So your message should not be too sales orientated. And unfortunately, this is something that an awful lot of businesses struggle to get right.
What about targeting Facebook groups with special offers? Would that be a good strategy?
Absolutely. I think that can work really well. Let's have a look at another example. So this is a special offer that the Financial Times newspaper developed for students. They offered a year's free subscription to the FT Online. That would normally cost them £98 per year. The company says the offer has been taken up by around 250,000 people. And the idea of special offers is so popular that there are even Facebook pages dedicated just to special offers. In fact, there are thousands of special Facebook groups and pages where people can look for money off vouchers. There are special offer groups for just about anything you can think of. Here's a general Facebook page where businesses can post special offers, and you can get discounts on everything from Thornton's chocolate, 20%, to meals, handbags, and a lot more as well.
To sum up then, how should businesses start if they haven't started already?
I think you have to be prepared to experiment. What works for one business may not work for another. Remember to work out a strategy and to plan before you start. Now, all this can take up quite a lot of your time, so the 1 hour a day rule is quite a useful rule of thumb.
Okay, well, in our next podcast, we'll be looking at what we consider to be the best examples of social media marketing in the world, and we'll be asking what businesses can learn from them. Hope to see you then.